So, that is correct. We are back with the old title. Big shocker there, huh? Alright, well, as a lot of you may know, or I don't really know if you know, but here we go. We're going to talk about it. My little brother asked me not too long ago about getting PlayStation Plus again so that me and him could play SnowRunner together. Yeah, if I'm being honest, if there's one vehicle I want, it's that T-34 right there. And the reason I say that is because that one's the cool one. And then that's $30 down the drain. So I'd have like, what, 20 bucks left? So then I could either get the Achilles, which would be a waste of time, or get the King Tiger. If I had a $50 gift card, which I don't. So, I wanted to clarify something because I know last night I did that. It's in the part 2 of 3 of my birthday stream, and it's me basically ranting and raving about how I hate how Zootopia fans are glazing Nick like crazy. And I will admit, you know, they are glazing Nick Wilde like crazy, and it's kind of pissing me off. But I don't want people to think that I hate the character Nick Wilde. Nick Wilde has probably the most interesting story out of any Disney character that I've seen in a while. I mean, you know, he had a dream, he was told he couldn't do it, so he quit it, and then because of Judy Hopps, he ended up going and doing exactly what he was told he couldn't do. He accomplished his goal, basically, right? So there's one point in the movie that I want to point out where, you know, from before this point, I really hated Nick because the fact that he was like kind of prickish. And I didn't like him until this point in the movie. If we all remember in the Zootopia movie, there's a point where Nick and Judy almost get ate by the panther, right? And, you know, they call the whole police department, and when they get back to show Bogo what's there, he's gone. Because, of course, we all know that the wolves that were hired basically by Lionheart to capture this animal were gone. Or they had come and they had gotten the panther and left, right? So it made Judy look like she was lying. And it coined the phrase, I bet every aggressive predator looks savage to you bunnies. And, you know, Bogo basically demands for Judy to give her give him her badge, right? Give up her badge, you know, she didn't deserve it anymore in his opinion, blah, blah, blah. So, at this point, Nick sees what's about to happen. Nick sees that Judy is about to lose out on achieving her dreams. And even though he had made fun of her about her giving up on her dreams and her dreams dying and everything, if you pay attention, he didn't want that for her. He had been through that already. He knew what it would lead to. He did not want that for Judy because Judy had been the only person that had actually trusted his judgment, trusted him enough to let him help her, right? So there was a spark of almost, I dare I say, a spark of trust there between the two of them. Nick stands up for Judy, and I think it's probably the point where Judy realizes that she's going to have a lifelong friend in Nick Wilde. And that's not a bad thing. That is the point where I said, you know what, Nick Wilde is not as bad as I think he is. But can we all point out the fact that there is something that really still pisses me off with the Zootopia fan base? And that is, yes, alright, we get it. Nick's a fox, Nick's cool and everything. Yes, I understand. You know, Nick is a cool character. I like the way that he goes about, you know, trying to hide his own fear and everything. I think it's interesting. But there is quite literally no reason to that Panzer IV is so pissed right now, by the way. But like, while I like Nick Wilde, and I do, I think Nick Wilde's probably one of my favorite characters. He's really cool, really chill. But behind all that chillness, that coolness, it's still that little fox that had that muzzle put on him. And that's what caused him to act the way that he always did, because of the fact he was scared. If you pay attention, and I'm gonna try to keep from having to make a video about this, because I don't want to have to make a video about it explaining myself. If you pay attention to Nick for a long enough period of time, you notice a lot of things, alright? When I watch the movie, and I've watched the movie more than once, I love Zootopia, it's a really good movie, I love watching it. I always enjoy watching it, like every time. But if you really, really watch it and you really, really pay attention, when they think that they've solved the case, right? When they think that they've, you know, solved the case, they've done everything that they had to do. I have an issue. I can't get over this, I don't think. We're gonna try it though. Let's see. If I fall, it's my fault. Nope, I just can't get over it. It's fine. Oh, now I am stuck. Well, that was idiotic, wasn't it? This thing doesn't have enough engine power to really do anything. So now I'm stuck here, sitting here, trying to get this thing to go up so I can get it go back down. Hold on, I might be able to wedge it. Hold on. If I can just get one of the tracks up before the other one, I can get it unstuck. I can't get it up high enough to do anything. Okay, yeah, now I'm actually stuck, so. I guarantee you that's probably scaring the crap out of whoever was over there, because they're like, oh my god, there was somebody over there! But my point that I try to make is, people like love Nick a little too much. And in reality, like, there's really not much about him other than his witty comments to really love. And what I mean by that, it's not that I hate Nick, but look at what happened to him, okay? And this is something that somebody actually tried to make an excuse for him acting the way he did. It's not an excuse, alright? That is all it is, and it is an excuse, but there's no real reason for him to act this way. So, if you pay attention in the, how do I say it? If you really, really pay attention in the Zootopia movie, Nick wants to become a junior ranger scout, all right, right? We all know that, right? Yay, he wants to become a little ranger. That's so cute, right? But because of the fact he's a fox, they want to put a muzzle on him because they don't trust him. There's no trust in him, right? That was the issue that everyone seemed to have. Because he was a fox, nobody thought they could trust him. That was the issue. I can't believe my freaking tank blew up like that. That's so sad. Sad and pathetic, actually. But anyway, so, you know, he gave up on everything, basically, because of the fact that people told him he couldn't do it. You know, basically that was what happened. You know, they didn't trust him because he was a fox. They told him that he'd never become anything. He was never, you know, it's like he said in the movie, you know, if the world is only going to see a fox as shifty as untrustworthy, which is what they saw in the Zootopia universe, there's no need in trying to be anything else. And he thought that he learned that. But in reality, that was just his thought process. That's all that was. Because, guys, let me tell you, Judy was told a lot to give up and go home. That she wasn't cut out for being a cop. She wasn't cut out for doing anything. Even when she got the police job, she was put as a meteor maid because nobody thought she could do anything because she was a bunny. She ended up proving everybody wrong. And in the end, Nick ended up doing the same thing. He proved that just because you're an animal that people, one, don't trust, or two, you know, they just don't, you know, think that you can do anything, that does not mean that they're a, you know, that you can't do it. It's your mindset that you have to change, not theirs, yours. You have to show them, you have to prove that you can do it. Not only for other people, but for yourself. I found that out a long time ago. All right, and I'll tell you guys, when my dad died, and even beforehand, when, you know, depression hit me as hard as it did, I'll tell you guys now, it was so easy. It would have been so easy for me to say, you know what, I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do it anymore. Hello, Chris. But instead, I had that mindset of, I have to keep going. Not only for myself, but for my family. How was the custom last night? Actually went pretty well. We ended up having a AA gun versus AA gun custom, and it was actually really fun. I enjoyed that. You're welcome, Chi. Brought my discount Panzer IV. I call this the discount Panzer IV because that's really what it is. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I hate that I can't really do a lot of customs. Like, it's difficult because, like, there's not enough British people. Like, unfortunately, there's not enough British or people from that. Like, I have 2 British people, you included, and then I have 1 dude in the Middle East. And all 3 of them, or all 3 of you, are, like, really the only reasons I stream now. Like, I try to give you guys content that you can watch while I'm doing it as well as everyone else. But doing a custom, that's something I try to do. Oh, that was mean. I can't tell what that is, so I have to pull forward. I can't see anything, so... They're behind us? Dude, they are! It's an SMK! The flip am I supposed to do to an SMK? Well, apparently nothing, because I just lost most of my turret crew. I got murdered by an open top. I'm a little pissed now. But, you know, going back to what I was talking about, I could have gave up a long time ago. I could have just said, you know, this just isn't working for me. I can't live anymore. And I could have gave up. But seeing how much everybody around me, the people who watched my streams, my family, they all needed me in a way that I didn't feel like I would ever be needed. Especially after my dad died. I was needed then more than ever. So instead of giving up, I pushed forward, I kept going, and now look at me. I'm doing stupid War Thunder things for all eternity. Sometimes giving up is never an option, even if you want to. Like, no matter how much you want to, don't give up. That would be the message that I'd like to send to people. Don't give up just because of the fact that people tell you you need to. Don't give up just because you feel like you're not enough. Alright, well, that'll take care of that issue. Congratulations, guys, we did it. I'll tell you guys now, it's like I just said, I could have gave up a long time ago. I could have just, you know, quit. I could have quit YouTube. I could have quit, you know, really everything. But instead I kept going. I accomplished the things that I said I was going to accomplish. And I still have things I want to do. Yes. What is that muzzle brake? It's weird looking. Is there a reason you don't do customs in the daytime for us? More or less because of the fact I have things during the day that I try to do. And doing a custom takes a lot of time. And if I did a custom, I'd be leaving it and letting you guys do whatever more than I would actually be participating in it. And it would just end up being boring for you guys, and you guys would just end up leaving. So there's really no need to do one. Yeah, I used to start streaming around 6, but I try to get my brother in bed now about 7, because 6 is always really early. And I find that when I put him to bed at like 6, he's up at like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and I try not to give him his medicine and his like breakfast until 9. So, you know, I just try to let him sleep as long as I possibly can. But there will be 2 new games on the channel as of today when my money hits the bank at 9, which is about 30 minutes from now. I also have to order taillights for my truck. I have to go to a parts store, get new windshield wipers for mine and my mom's car. I'm trying to think of what else. And other than that, like, not really a lot's going on. Like, if you want to do a custom, we can, but like, it really no need with it just being the two of us, you know? I mean, if everybody was here, like, I'm talking like British Man, you, Average, also known as Free to Play, and me, like, it would be different. There's 4 of us, we can do more with that. Or even if it was just 3 of us, it would be easier to do. But with it just being 2 people, a lot of the maps are really big. So it would just take forever because of the fact that, you know. I am not testing if I can dodge a Sam. No. That just sounds like pain. But yeah, the birthday of the channel is coming up June 30th. It'll be a year since the channel started, and I'm actually surprised that I'm almost at 350 subscribers. Of course someone did. I'm not a furry channel. Yeah, just so you know, Ratfink, if it's the one that's actually catered to my channel and everything, no, Chris, I got this. We have found out that whole forum that you probably come from is nothing but created for the simple fact of people trying to spread rumors about me. I don't know who I've pissed off to make this person do this, but that's basically what that is. So don't believe anything you see in there, because it's complete lies. It's nothing but people going in there, joining it just to make up things about me and post them on the internet because they think they're funny. I've dealt with this for probably going on 3 weeks now. Don't believe anything that you see on there. If there was more people here, Chris, like if there was like one other person that like was in the same time zone as you or whatever, like I'd gladly do a custom right now because I'm not really that busy. More or less just kind of sitting here till 9 o'clock so that I can go get my brother up and fed. So that's a lot of 3.7s. KV1, good tank. KV2, really good tank. 234, 1940. Isn't that the one with the really short barrel? Is this 12? That's a good one. That's the one with the dual 23s, I think. The Yag 10, LA5, RuneScape. Yeah, so you know, Ratfink, don't believe anything you see on there, bud, or female, whatever you may be. If you're a female, well, we're gonna have issues. But anyway, yeah, if I'm thinking correctly, the 1940 version has the same cannon that the KV1 L11 has. So, that's actually an interesting little tidbit there. I could be right about that, actually. Hold on, let me go look. 1940 has the L11 cannon, and then we all know that the L11 is what they mount on the KV1. So yes, that is correct. The L11 is the same cannon that they mount on both of them. Also, they up-tiered the KV-1S to 4.3. So that was actually a really interesting little decision. I never figured they would have done that, but I guess they figured there's too many KVs and T-34s at 4.0, so like they up-tiered it a little bit to make it a little bit more balanced, which is fine because I noticed that there's not really a good selection of 4.3. You know, it honestly gave me if I'm being honest, when we found out that that whole forum thing was basically made to spread rumors about me, it honestly gave me a little bit of peace of mind. It kicked me. Of course it did. Yours seems to do the same thing that mine does a lot of times, and that's like when you first get into the game, you need to go into a match so it can kick you so that you can then join. Because that's what it did to me when I first started the stream. I got into a match, and I'm honestly glad it kicked me out of that one because it was that stupid, that one map that I absolutely hate. And it's like Berlin or something. I'm honestly glad it kicked me out of it, because then I got, like, I don't know how many kills on it. But anyway, M44 things. You know, if they're adding artillery pieces like this, what would you guys like to see? You know, if they were to add more artillery pieces, what would you guys like to see them add into the game? Just, you know, your opinion, what would you like to see? For me, I'd like to see the M7 Priest. That's based off of the M3 Lee chassis. That's what I want to see. Alright, now I'm going to back out of here because there's artillery dropping, and artillery is not my friend. Alright, there's the arty, so we can move now. Never mind, no I can't. Like, there's other variants of this thing. I think there's a variant of a... How do I put it? There is a variant of a artillery piece that uses the Chaffee chassis. I'd like to see that. That would be cool. Like, the Chaffee chassis is probably just like the Sherman. Like, it can mount so many different things on it that it just makes it like a really useful chassis to have. I got like this right here covered, but other than that, I don't really have anything. I don't think anybody's gonna come down that road though. Like, they're not gonna be that stupid because they know that that's normally where everybody goes. It just causes a lot of death if you go down that road. That's what I'm gonna say. It does cause a lot of death. I just watched a T-34 get murdered by a Dicker Max. RT2MP or PM2. That's a lot of letters and numbers, bro. I don't know if I can remember all that. Wait a second. Is that? No, that can't be it. No, leave me alone. Man, I was about to shoot him too. Hold on. Let me look this up on my computer right quick. I want to see what this vehicle is. You say it's funny, so I want to see what it is. Always bring heat rounds because you still have pen. Alright, hold on. Come on. Pull up Microsoft Edge, thank you. Oh, what is it? RT-2PM2. No! That is not an artillery piece. Bad. Bad, Chris. That is a nuke launcher. That is not an artillery piece. I said artillery. Bad. Bad, Chris. Honestly, if I'm being honest, it would be interesting if they added something like that into the game. Like, it would be nice if, like, for modern battles, instead of you using a plane to drop a nuke, because we all know that not only do we have nuclear silos, but we also have trucks that carry nukes as well as the planes with nukes. So it would be really cool if they added a feature for the nuke dropping, whether you could choose either, like, it would still be like the same thing, like the same pointage. It wouldn't cost any different to bring out the car versus the plane, but like being able to bring out like the car and it having to set up in order for you to launch it. I think it's a really interesting idea, to be honest. Nuclear's but see, the thing is, like, the Blue Water Fleet and all, they don't have enough players to really add a nuclear submarine, or submarines in general, really, if I'm being honest. Just submarines in general, they don't really have, like, I've said it before, I'd love to see them add like World War II submarines and like early World War I submarines, since they're really focusing on that kind of stuff. But I don't think they ever will, simply because of the fact there's not a big enough player base for the there's a Dicker Max over here, and I want to find him and eat him. That is, if he doesn't eat me first, which is always a possibility. What? No, that's BS. I shot his front plate and it did nothing. An aircraft carrier would actually be really cool, if I'm being honest. If I'm being dead serious, an aircraft carrier would be really cool. But see, the thing is with aircraft carriers, like, then it would have to have like a World of Warships type of play thing, the way that it plays. Or the way that you would have to use an aircraft carrier is if you spawned one in, you would be the platform that everybody who brings out planes would have to use to land, and especially if they were Navy. So it becomes like, either, you know, you get to be able to spawn in airplanes at will, but it's random airplanes, or like something like that. Like, there's a lot of potential for naval, if I'm being honest. Submarines, aircraft carriers, they still haven't really hit more modern warships yet. Like, my God, the British are still on like the HMS Hood and stuff like that as their best vessels. So, like, they're not very modern when it comes to their naval vessels at all right now. So, you know, we're still waiting on that. And I think once we get that took care of, I think they'll probably think about adding more stuff. Like, I'm waiting on the Bismarck, if I'm being honest. Bro, how are we supposed to take care of these issues? Bro, just shoot it. You missed. My turn. Shot you right where I needed to. That's what happens when you mess with a guy that's been playing the game for too long and knows all the weak spots. But he still doesn't know how to check his corners. That's the issue. They always tell you, check your corners, check your corners. I don't check my corners. I just go for it. I shoot to kill. And hope that I don't die. Crit, loader cannon breach, so he ain't got no gun. You're still gonna die, but I don't know what the world. Alright, dudes, I took care of him. Rotate around. The Achilles finally died. That's a blessing. Alright, I'll watch this road. And then they flanked around us to get to C. That's hilarious. They probably sent like a light tank battalion to go and cap C from us. They're not gonna win though. Like, alright, little BTR, go for it, bro. I'm trying to help the BTR. We're getting strafed. Run for it. Bro, how are we letting an SU-152 cap our point? The one point that we're supposed to be able to keep. Bro, we've been bamboozled. I just got hit. Alright, hold on. No pen, of course. I missed again. Alright, well, we're gonna repair whatever is broken right quick. It's a 3-second repair, nothing too big. Are we getting flanked around? I think we might be. I don't know if they ever killed the Dicker Max or not. There's a lot of artillery pieces, if I'm being honest. Where did that shot come from? Of course, rear. A try-hard freaking Chinese player. That's what I'm talking about. They always flank you because they can't freaking play the game worth of crap. Anyway. I can't stand somebody who flanks around, I'll just put it that way. We should be able to get, if we play our cards right though, we should be able to get A and we should be fine. But they're on B again. Some people might disagree. No. Like, flanking's okay, but like, I don't know, it just, I try not to flank. Like, I came up on that Stug's side earlier. That wasn't a flank. That was just a complete, like, oh, he's there type of situation. I didn't even know he was there. Oh, look, airplane. 2S43. Oh, I don't know. The 2S43 just sounds like a really interesting tank. Why did I not take anything off of that? Reload the massive 90 mil, please. Thank you. A 90 mil at 3.7 is honestly a little bit too much, in my opinion. I'm losing parts. Yep, there goes my 2 crewmen that I needed. Great. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. The planes are trying a little too hard to kill me. Like, bro, chill, alright? Hold on, little dude. I gotta repair too, so... Hey, would you mind helping me? Hey, don't leave me. He left me. Great, so I'm gonna die here anyway because there's probably gonna be a plane heading this way. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm good. We're good. Get moving. Go, 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 go. I need a crewman. What the? I'm so exposed right here, but I don't really have anywhere else to go, so... If I can get my loader back, at least that'll be good. The vitality needs to go up on this crew set, if I'm being honest. Like, the vitality needs to be... In my opinion, any tank that is open top automatically should come with higher vitality for the crew than... What the AA gun is that? Dude, that is such BS. Now I have to bring out this Desert Mint tank thing. It's a British piece of junk on wheels. I prefer the Crusader AA Mark 1 or 2, which the 2 mounts that same gun turret, but I just prefer an AA gun with tracks. It's just my personal preference. Because a vehicle with wheels, unless it's built like that is, it tends to be one of those vehicles that's like gonna give you issues, especially like if you look at any of the ZIS trucks and stuff, right? Look at those for an instance. Like, they have like no, I'm gonna die. All these vehicles that I'm about to go up against can murder me with one shot. Or machine gun, really. Yep, there it was. And then he immediately died, so ha, fucker. I'm scared to Google anything that you send me to Google. I have to wait for my computer to boot up again. I mean, I'd actually agree with that. That actually looks really cool. But again, it sparks the same issue that the cab is in the way. That's the biggest issue with that vehicle, is the cab is in the way. So you'd have to quite literally put your rear... What is that? All I saw was an anime character and I left. I just, no. Stay away from me. It's not funny. It's cringy. You know, people were joking about the fact that Gaijin, because the fact everybody knows I love Judy Hopps and all, people were joking about the fact that they think they should add a Judy Hopps YQ pillow. And I was like, nah, I don't think I'd want that. Run into the artillery, that's real smart, right? Yep, here we go. I ran through that like a champion. Don't hit me. I'm watching this corner. Watch that corner over there so that you can keep me safe. Uh-oh. Gun! Tank! Move! If I die because you're positioned directly in front of me. He drove by, I had a clear shot, and then you drove directly in front of me. Now they've capped the point because I didn't kill the idiot that tried to... He's dead. Issue dealt with. There's another tank. I don't know where that shell came from. Oh. Well, he died before I killed him, so that's great. There's a tank over to my left. Left. I'm reloading. I'm sorry. There's two of them. What am I going to do to two of them? That was the Herman the German! No! I died to Herman the German! Not the person, the tank. You failed as a ZIS 30, now you bring out a bigger cannon? What do you think you're going to do with that any different? You're just going to have a longer reload. Would have been smart to bring out a 57 mil. If I'm being honest, I like the little 57 mil tank destroyer thing, not the ZIS 30, but the one underneath it. I think it has a, in my opinion, it has better turret traverse, which it's a tank destroyer and it's a casemate, but it does have really decent turret traverse. Casemate traverse? What would we call that? I don't even know. Also, can we talk about the fact that I'm still somehow faster than you in reverse? I'm like, meet, mother trucker. Oh no, but you beat me uphill. No, I'm losing! Quick, activate your tow hook so I can drag you backwards. The things we do as shenanigans. No, I'm not actually doing it, I was joking. Luftwaffles. No, that's actually, I think that's actually a YouTuber or something. Luftwaffles sounds familiar. I actually legit think that's a YouTuber or something. Because I've heard of that name before. Hello? We've come for your rum. I don't know. We're making jokes. I got shot! There's a puma! There's a puma! 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 I thought so. Oh, where'd that come from? Hold on, it takes me 300 years to rotate my turret. I got him. That's a big bomb. Oh my. Hello, M4. You saved me, I save you. How about that? Friends. You are more of a teammate than my teammate. Yep. You know, I'm halfway wondering if there's any possibility. I tried, okay. Bro's getting mad. Dude, that's a tank. You should shoot that. Double tap. I made sure he was dead. Wow, he does better. He does better at AA guns than he does actual tanks. That's kind of sad. You know, if I'm being honest, I do better at tanks than I do from AA with AA guns. So it's like the complete opposite for me. Bro, I just slid into that T-34's DMs like, hey there, how you doing? Of course he's an AA main. Wait, I've never actually heard someone say, quote unquote, I'm an AA main. Oh, I probably should have shot the Panzer. Crit Commander Gunner Loader on him. What the HE-111? I bet he's probably gonna make that edit, and I'm gonna freaking go find his YouTube channel. Well, see, the funny thing is, I don't really grind out really anything. I just play all the vehicles. And I do it just because of the fact that I like using different vehicles. Like, you see me, like, I have a full, almost, what? What are you getting mad at me for? If you pay attention, like, I have almost all the vehicles for Italy that I want. And I plan on using every single one of them, at least to try them out and see if they're worth the time and effort it is to grind them out. Now, obviously, the M44, it's decent when you actually use it well. The Turan 3, you know, you have to use your engine bay or you're not going to survive many shots. And then the Stug, without the side skirts, it actually doesn't look half bad, if I'm being honest. Oh, so we've now resorted to spawn camping. Well, somebody better take out Luftwaffles in that case. Can you do France? Sacre bleu, bring me a baguette. I don't know. That's up to you. The true power of the Stug was just shown. I went through an artillery and it just kind of ate all of them. To be honest, like, France at 4.0, 4.3 is interesting because, like, you only have the one vehicle and it's a light tank. And it's not an autoloader, it's just a 75. Just a regular 75. And then they give you, like, a really crap shell, too, to mount in it. So it becomes, like, one of those things, like, why am I even using this? Hey, do you guys think that they'll think that I'm a friend and not food and not shoot me if I go and, like, sit beside their spawn? Also, I love the fact I have, like, 3 viewers and there's only one person actually trying to talk to me. Well, it's actually 2, but... Comrade, that only works in Sim. Nuh-uh! Nah, imagine, like, I went into Sim battles at 4.0 with that stew, And then, like, I see a Stug, and I'm like, hold on, is that friend or foe? And then, like, I freaking, like, shoot it, and it ends up being a friendly. I would feel so bad. Oh, I killed you. Sorry. It's all right. Like, I imagine that's what we would hear. Hold on. Let me actually go, and I think I've actually already bought it. Never mind. I actually have the M44 in France. I can't stand using it though. And I have the AMX 13 FL11, which is actually funny because I actually think they call it the FL11, but it's not like the FL11 like we have for the Russians. It's just like a FL11, you know, you get what I'm saying. And I'm currently researching this thing. I don't know why, because I doubt I'll use it. I mean, it's a 5.0 AA gun, and I really don't want to go to 5.0 with just an AA gun. And the M4A4 SA50, obviously, happy tank with really good 75 mil, and it comes with a really decent shell too. Like the aftermarket, that's what I like to call it. The aftermarket shell is better, but like the aftermarket shell. Yes, I'm smart. I promise. So once we get that, we have to get the M4A4. See, France is actually the next nation that I'm grinding out to. And the bad thing is, I said, hey, I'm only going to go to 5.0, so France is just going to have 2 vehicles that I have to grind out, and then that's it. Like, I don't have anything else for them. And then I still have to do China, which China has 5.0, but for some reason, this thing is at 5.7. This is Big Dog. He's my friend. Shush. And then the Fong Kong, which is underneath it, is at 5.0. They need to switch that around. But I honestly can't wait to get the M4A 175 at 4.0. That'll be interesting to use. But once I get everybody to 5.0, if I'm being honest, I think I'll be okay. You mean that AA gun LVT? You know, I honestly wish that they would make it to where every year, like, they'd have one crate. And like 2 different crates. One crate is full of vehicles that they've had in the game that you can't get access to anymore. That you could get, right? And it's only like once a year that you could get it. And then another one being a crate that has nothing but battle pass vehicles that they've had in past years. I think it would be interesting. Why are we at 4.3? But I will admit this, I do really want to get the, what's that vessel? Hold on, let me go look right quick. They don't, well, they do, they don't have, oh, they do. Hold on, let me read about this right quick. I think you guys can see this. Launched, 130 vessels or class. Yep, I knew. All designed to resemble merchant ships and operate as part of convoys, aiming to surprise enemy submarines. She saw combat from the first time during the Rif War as part of the 5th Patrol Squadron, where she served from 1922 to 1926. Around 1928, she was stationed in Cherbourg on the northern coast of France. In November 1934, she was placed in reserve and berthed in Toulon. In 1939, she became a test bed for the 37mm ACAD, at the time the most advanced light anti-aircraft gun in the world. The gun fitted. She entered World War II and assigned. Expand, please. I'm actually finding this very interesting. That's actually really cool. So this thing is like a redesigned freighter, basically. Think of that for a second, guys. Think about that for just a second. A redesigned freighter. Look at that. That's awesome. I'm not even joking. That is an awesome looking ship. I'm waiting on y'all, by the way. What is happening with you over there? Stop it. Why do they keep giving us this map? It's the third time in a row that they've given us this map. You know, I'd honestly love to have all the LVT. I know, I don't know if the Americans have that variant of the LVT or not. I think it's a French variant, and you only get it for France. I could be wrong about that, but I also could be right. But, dude, I hope people shoot you just because you have the Happy New Year sign on you. It's not Happy New Year. But, I'd like to see, like, all the LVTs. Like, you would think, honestly, like, with, like, as many Shermans and Panzer IVs and stuff like that as they have in the game, instead of making different variants of vehicles... Oh, I smacked a T-34. I'm going to go this way because there's artillery dropping, and artillery is scary. I'm going to follow you. How about that? That way you have a big gun to help you. You can mark them and I can murder them. Dude, that M24 just pulled them like a jump. Also, can we talk about the fact that you're, what BR are you playing? Right now, 4-0. I'm working on Italy, so it's pain and suffering, needless to say. Dear sir, I feel like we are getting led into a trap. I was right! Let me shoot something. Which way do you go? Dear God! I made a mistake! I made a mistake! I made a mistake! I made another mistake! He doesn't see me. I'm hoping to reload before... Aww. If you would have paid attention, I was trying to say I was hoping to reload before he saw me. Is there a heavy tank right there? I capped the point. They're on C behind us. Excuse me, gentlemen. Hi. Would you be needing a luxurious repair today? Alright, when you fix it, I need you to back up as soon as you can. Move, move, back up. Back up! You are just... I killed you, I'm sorry. I took the track off the KV. I gotta pull forward though because there's a tank behind me. Why is there a KV-2 driving away? Bro thought he was safe until he wasn't. I'm going back to C so I can cap it for us. That is if I make it. Which there's always a possibility I don't make it. But if I don't, tell my mother I love her. And tell mama I ate the sauce. That one's dead. You got 2 more on the point. More than 2. Excuse me. I don't think they know who's friend and who's foe right now. I took his transmission and radiator. He's stuck there. They're on B! What am I supposed to do? I can't do everything. Would you kill something? Stop dying! Oh. I'm down to 19 shells trying to save the entire team, and I can't do anything. I knew it. Take that. They might have took my gunner, but I am still alive. This is my point and y'all can't have it. Also, they took my machine gun, so I have nothing to defend myself now. Hello? Hello? They're on C again. What are we gonna do? We can't... I can't keep turning around every time that they screw up. Hold on, let me rotate. I can help with that. He's gone. I don't know how many people I've killed, but I don't really care right now because I'm just trying to survive. Oh no! It took them so long to kill me. Like, I was going back and forth between like all the points, keeping them from killing everyone by just murdering them. That M44 is actually really decent if you use it like a rat tank. Just running around and like murdering people with it works really well for it. They're on C again. There's a martyr just sitting there. I don't know if he's broken or what, but we've got B again, so we might actually win this. Also, it's like 16 minutes past the time I said I was going to get my brother up and get him fed, so... I have never sweated so hard and like realistically and like honestly, I've never like sweated. My palms have never actually sweat playing a tank, but with that M44, my palms are sweating because I was that scared that I was gonna die around the next corner, and instead I died staring at a freaking KV-1S. And then Big Dog dies to a KV-2. Move it, Sherman. Oh, he's on B. Hold on. Moving forward. Let me see if I can, I'm not worried about my barrel, so I'm gonna move. Hey! Dunkov. Dummy. Right here. Oh, they're beside me. Hold on. There's two of them. Crit commander loader, or gunner loader, excuse me. Yeah, buddy, what are you doing? Just giving me your side? Yeah, that works. Cool. Take that one, I'll take the... What the... Nuh-uh! That's BS! I fired first! I shot him. Y'all saw that. I fired first. I even heard the shell eject from the barrel, but yet it did not register that I shot him. Gaijin just freaking Gaijin'd me. I'm not even joking. Lower plate on the SU-152 is really weak, and I shot it. And it did nothing because he shot first. No, that's BS. I shot first. I pulled the trigger first. I was ready. He was still spinning. I get so sick of the freaking favoritism towards other nations. It ain't even funny. The KV-2 somehow made it all the way to C point. Bomb. Discount Panzer 4H be like. Yeah, better hide, little AA gun. There's an SU-122. When I find it, I'm going to end it. If I find it. They're on C somewhere. They're right in front of me. He's dead. Oh my. Hi. Barrel's out. They're still on C though. 22-second repair. There's a tank over here. I don't know what it is though. They're gonna win. It was a Zis 30. Alright, I'm getting back into the battle here. We gotta cap the B or the C point. They moved the C point from where it used to be, because it used to be right back there. Now they've moved it over here. Alright, boys. Hurry up and cap it. I'm gonna go and help with B, because they're already having to deal with a medium tank. I honestly don't think he knew where to shoot me, and I think that was the issue. They're on B again. Go figure. Bro, I really honestly don't know how we're supposed to win this. He killed me. He could have killed the light tank, but no, he killed me. Gun up. If that would have hit him, that would have been awesome. We're gonna lose it, boys. Unless that light tank can hit that point and decap it. But we're still gonna lose. This has probably been the only time that I've ever actually seen a team work together to keep the enemy from winning, but like they have still won against us, but not because of my lack of trying. There's another KV2. What is it with them in KV2s? We lost, boys. It was a good game, though. I don't know if I have to go or not, if I'm being honest. I just read a post and somebody's talking about like who's ready to see Shakira's new song for Zootopia 2. And I'm just like, well, kind of, but not really. Because like, don't get me wrong, Shakira's like a really good artist or whatever the flip she calls herself. But my biggest issue that I have with her is apparently, and this is no offense towards any other race, but apparently she likes mixed racing with, from what I've heard, she likes mixed racing with Mexicans. I'm sorry, no thank you. Either that or she's like a Mexican mix herself. I don't know. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. But, you know, the guy's talking about, the guy is talking about, like, you know, who's really excited to see, you know, what she comes up with for the Zootopia 2 as far as a song. And I'm like, really? They're like going with her again? Like, what happened to changing up the song a little bit? What? Like, if I'm being honest, I'd be okay with them just keeping Try Everything. Like, like, I honestly wouldn't mind in the second Zootopia, instead of them like changing the song or whatever, I would like for them to keep the Try Everything song as the theme of Zootopia. I think we're gonna get modern weapons. We already have modern weapons. Tanks, planes, and aircraft. And bro, we're gonna get control of the infantry. If I'm being honest, I don't want to see playable infantry. I do not want to see playable infantry. AI infantry I could deal with, but I do not want to see, not one. You know what? You go first. Go first. Whoa, I almost got shot. Go first. Go, 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 go. I think it was a teaser for the future of Enlisted. If I'm being honest, I think honestly Enlisted having, well, I knew there was something over there. Thank you for your sacrifice. I honestly thought that Enlisted should have gotten modern stuff by now anyway, so... Me and an M24... Uh-oh. No. No, please. He took the one thing I needed. Take that. Like, I'm honestly glad that Enlisted finally got modern stuff, because, like, they've needed it. Like, Enlisted being a World War II game is cool, but, like, modern would be great. Now, I will say this. I do want to see War Thunder get infantry. Like AI infantry that we can use. Like, say, adding infantry vehicles to the game, and you can get points for transporting infantry to points. Like, that would be something I would look forward to. But playable infantry would ruin War Thunder, and I think Gaijin knows that. So that's why they're just adding the hint trailer, basically, for the Enlisted update. I think is more or less what they were trying to do with that. And people took it as, oh my gosh, War Thunder's going to get in infantry. I don't believe that they would do that. Alright, so in my defense right quick, he did shoot you. There's also an ARL over here somewhere, just FYI. I could charge him, but the possibility of me surviving would probably be very low. ARLs are some of the more annoying tanks to deal with. Plus, there's also an unmarked T-34, or nope, there's the M24. Alright, he's like over here behind these crates somewhere. There's also a T-34 right there. My turn. Commander is out on him. Shoot him, take him, do what you gotta do. I lost my track. I gotta rotate. I don't know where that shot's coming from. I want to rotate again. Never mind, I didn't get the chance because as usual, they always have to spawn camp. What is it with these tryhards and spawn camping all the time? Like, honestly, you're not a good player if you can't stop spawn camping for 5 minutes. But anyway, if I'm being dead serious, infantry in War Thunder, like AI, would be nice. AI infantry, kind of like what we had in World War I. Like, that I could deal with. But I wouldn't want the modern AI. Because of the fact that, you know, you guys saw what the grenades and stuff were doing to tanks. Like, I actually, fun fact, I actually had a moment where, hold on, I'll get back to you. Punk. He deserved it, I don't care what anyone says. So did he. Now there's another one over here, I believe. Or did you kill that one? Did you kill the medium tank? Yes or no? I need to know right now. Like, I have to admit, like, crit. Hit. Transmission loader. He's hurting. Hit him again. Took his driver. And of course the T-34-57 freaking shoots me in the face. Tryhards. I'm telling you, they're spawn camping the crap out of us. Thinking that they're skilled. That is the issue. They think that they're skilled, but they're not. They are not at all skilled. I can't see him, and that's the issue. If I had Artie, it'd be great. That's the M44 issue dealt with, but what about the other issue? They got him, we're clear. I've been playing the game for about, I want to say 3 years. And it wouldn't, like, playable infantry would ruin the game. I will say that. Playable infantry would ruin the game. But I do not believe that AI infantry would ruin the game. Playable infantry would just, it would introduce a lot of Call of Duty players into the game, and then we'd have just a buttload of Call of Duty sweats trying to kill tanks and killing players in infantry, and it would just become more of an infantry-based game than anything else, and it would just be boring as all get out for anybody that actually wants to play tanks. That's why I believe that if they're going to add all that stuff, like, they should add it to Enlisted, not to War Thunder. Like, I'm okay with AI infantry that throw grenades at a tank. You know, we were having that in the World War I event, and it was cool. I enjoyed it. It made it more interesting. But playable infantry would ruin the game. And I will stick with that opinion. Because it would be like rats. My little brother's a Call of Duty player, and I honestly think if I asked him if he would play War Thunder if they added infantry, I don't know if he would agree to it. Because my brother, he really, really loves Call of Duty. And, you know, that's just his thing. And I'm okay with that. You know, if you're a Call of Duty player, I have no problem with you. You know, you like Call of Duty, that's cool. I like War Thunder. I like tanks. Tanks, planes, and ships. That's always been my thing. My little brother, he's all about guns. You can show him a picture of a gun and he can probably tell you exactly what it is. But adding playable infantry into the game would ruin the game. Because then all the Call of Duty players would be like, ooh, cool, I'm going to go play this game. Let me sweat it. And that's exactly what they would do. They would sweat like crazy trying to play the game. My aim ain't exactly the best because a lot of times I round a corner and I see a tank that I'm scared of and I panic. Fire! Like that. I took his cannon breach your mind now. What you gonna do? Accept your fate, thank you. Like that. Like, you miss your shot and then you die most of the time. Alright? It happens. But that does not mean that I want infantry so that I can come back and murder him in, like, the most unrealistic way possible. Like, we all know, like, the Panzerfaust, and, like, all those other ones, like, they're meant to kill tanks. We know that. But that does not exactly mean that we want to have to deal with that kind of stuff in War Thunder. It would add an interesting gameplay if it was AI, yes. But if it was all nothing but like playable players being able to use it, it would ruin the game. I mean, the only way I see where playable infantry would be viable is maybe in custom matches. Just for fun. You know, stuff like World War I tanks versus infantry or something like that. Like, that's something I would actually want to play. And see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, but see, with Enlisted, they go a lot more in detail with the tanks and stuff. Like, you have to, like, you know, getting out of a tank, you'd get shot because people would aim for you because, you know, they want to use your tank. And you can. You can use other people's tank. All you have to do is kill them, right? I believe that's how it works in Enlisted. I don't know, but I'm guessing here. Pretty sure that's how it works. Also, our team went down from everybody to everybody left. Dude, if you think if you actually think it's going to be any different playing Enlisted with infantry as it is with War Thunder with infantry, then you're stupid to begin with, because it's going to be the exact same. War Thunder and Enlisted are the same game, except one's with infantry and one's with tanks. It is the same exact freaking game. So the way that you play is going to be the exact same way. A different game isn't going to fix that. They're made by the same company. They're going to have the same exact play style. So it sounds to me like you have a skill issue and you don't want to admit it. Just saying. I'll admit, like, friggin' every time, I hate Enlisted because I couldn't play it because of the way it played. I couldn't stand the fact that there were people that were more experienced in rifles and stuff. Wow, bro gets pissed off when I have an opinion. Kind of reminds me of those woke people we have nowadays. They're allowed to have their opinion, but you're not allowed to have yours. Come here, little AA gun. I want to say hello. Stop shooting me. Stop it. Stop it. You know what? Here, take some machine gun back. Take it back. Ah! I still crit him, gunner loader. No. No, squish. Come here. Let me squish you. Let me squish you. Let me squish you. Come back. Let me squish you. Squish. Squish. Why am I battling the crap out of a friggin... No, just stop, bro. Just stop. Come back here. I'm not finished with you. Die, gunner. Die, 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 die. Bro is running for his life right now trying to get away from me, but I'm not letting him leave. I'm not done with you. I still have you for 5 minutes. I finally killed him, guys. It took me forever, but I finally did it. Wait, is there another one? What is there another one? Just watching this happen. Dude, there's an AA gun just staring at me. He's just staring at me menacingly. He watched what happened to his friend. I won't kill him. He watched too much, alright? He saw too much. I want to go over there and confront him. I want to comfort him. He looks like he's seen a lot. No, I will leave him as a witness. Hi, buddy. No, don't kill him! No! Friend, not food! No, that's a rocket! Wow, bro got pissed and brought a rocket launcher. I'm trash talking. Oh, did you get mad? No, I'm not gonna say the M word. That's hilarious. And then he died to a freaking. Oh, that's hilarious. I was gonna leave the guy alone. Like he looked like he was staring at me. Bro, Chris, I can't believe that one guy left because of the fact that we don't agree with him. Because of the fact he wants infantry and we don't. Like, bro, nobody's gonna agree with that. Like, a lot of War Thunder players say it would be nice to have, like, AI infantry, like we had in the World War I event. But, yeah, we're done. We lost. But, like... Sure, why not? I'm curious. Wow. People have said worse than that, to be honest. There must have, for you then, there must have been somebody in that server that that was a moderator or something, because they have the ability to actually ban. Like, apparently, there are ways that you can get banned. If I'm being honest, like, if I got chat banned, it wouldn't really affect me. Because I don't really talk in the chat very much anyway. So it would be like, oh, I can't talk in the chat. That's okay. I have a YouTube for a reason. He's perma chat banned. Oh. If I remember correctly, they used to have it in War Thunder to where, they used to have it to where you could communicate with your teammates using a speaker, and they turned it off, if I remember correctly, not long after. Why are you using a controller, by the way? What do you mean, why am I using a controller? I've always used a controller. I'm playing on console. You know, after playing this stuff, let's see, what am I using? Italian stuff. Let's see.
Let's see if any of my Italian stuff has made it on the top. I mean, I could hook up a keyboard and mouse to my PlayStation, but I'd choose not to. All right, let's see. Italy shows up, and for some reason right now, this is... I know. I know. It makes me want to cringe. It really does. Wait, what? Hold on. Sweden. I have a Swedish vehicle. Why is that? The French M10. Oh, the Panzer IV-G is my best vehicle. That doesn't count. Let's see what our French friends have to say. What's my best French tank? Of course, it's the M4A1. All right, what about Sweden? Let's try Sweden. Let's see what we got in Sweden. The Lago is actually my best tank in Sweden. Let's see. What about China? What about China? Where does China show up here? China, no surprise here. The LVT with the Zis cannon. Japan. How about Japan? Where does Japan show up at? Why is this my best Japanese tank? That's funny. All right. Britain has the Centurion. Russia has the T-34E STV or STZ, excuse me. Germany, of course, is the Stu. America is the M4A376W, which is actually kind of crazy. And then, of course, Israel is the M51. So, I think I went through all the nations. Yeah, I did. You know what, guys? Give me just a second. I need to go check on my brother, and also I have to check and see if my money went in the bank. And if it did, I have two things that I have to do. One thing, I have to order my taillights for my truck. Two, I have to order my games. And, oh, you want me to look at your service record? Hold on. I got you. Player profile. Russia. Oh, look, a Britishman showed up. Russia. German. Russia. British. Russia. Italian. British. Russian. German. Russian. Well, we know who the Russian main in the game is, don't we? And the fact that the ASU 57 is your top vehicle, I have no surprise. It is actually a very decent vehicle. I have to agree. It is a very good vehicle. I did enjoy it. All right, I will be right back. I have to go check on my brother and everything. Recta, if you want to, send me an invite on War Thunder, or add me as contact on War Thunder, and I will invite you. I'll be back. boy. Well, my money's in the bank, so I have to order my stuff. And just send me a friend request. Or add me as contact on War Thunder. Makes things easy. Okay, mother dearest, your hats are going to have to wait because I can't afford $100-something. There we go. If you guys will give me a second, I'm trying to order my tail lights for my truck. I want free delivery, please. All right. What was the other thing? Oh, yes, I also have to go and... I also have to boot up my computer and get those 2 games that I was going to get for my computer that I told a friend I was going to get. Well, one of them is a friend I told I was going to get, and then the other one is just one. And that's my $50 for the week, so... Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I give myself like $50 a week when I get paid to do stuff I want to do with, as far as gaming and stuff. And this week on my computer is Paint the Town Red and Car for Sale Simulator 23, so... Northern Panda Gaming, interesting. You know, I had a lot of the guys, it was actually quite interesting. So the guys mentioned to me the other day, they were like, hey, did you know that there was somebody... Hold on, I'm trying to find... Alright, Paint the Town Red, we need to add you to favorites. We're going to also install you. And then Car for Sale Simulator right here is also going to go to my favorites. Here we go. But, I imagine that everybody's probably wondering, based on my accent and everything. We're talking about your Czechoslovakian and everything. You know, the funny thing is, a lot of German vehicles, the Panzer 35, the Panzer 38, the Hetzer, as I know it, can confirm he is very German. Dear God. There's not another vehicle until page 4. And it's a French tank. Dear God. This man quite literally only plays Germany. He's a rat. What do you expect, man? The rat's got a rat, as they say. So we now have Paint the Town Red, which is nice. And I also am planning on... I don't know if I'm going to live stream these tonight. But, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, there's actually a few vehicles in the game that are Czechoslovakian. And the fact that they don't give... the fact that they don't give the Czechs the credit that they deserve is sad. So, like the Panzer 35, the Panzer 38s, I know for a fact the Jagdpanzer 38T The Jagdpanzer 38T, the bloody Panzer 38, mate. I'm going to do a British accent just to piss him off. Yeah, it is also, they call it German, but in reality it's actually a Czechoslovakian tank. And that's what kind of pisses me off. Like, they don't give a lot of nations the credit. Like, Poland isn't even in the game. Like, they have one tank in the game, and it's modern. That's how sad they are. I forgot they added a DLC. Or they're going to, I should say. But, like, if I'm being honest, like, putting one nation's a single tank into the game seems a little rude. Like, Egypt, I think, has their own. No, they don't. Excuse me. No, Africa has their own kind of tech tree, and they put it over here because most of these are African tanks. The Sark, these Sarks here, the Concept 3, the Ratels, these two. Well, I don't know about this one, but I know for a fact that those are. Then these, like, most of these are all African tanks. So Africa, if you really think about it, they have their own tech tree. It's just it's like a sub-tech tree, more or less. So why can't they do that for Poland? That's my question. Because if I'm thinking correctly, I think it's Germany, which is kind of insulting, by the way, that has the Leopard from Poland. Yeah, here it is. The Polish Leopard. That's kind of insulting. I'm not even joking. And I'm not even Polish. I'm German and Irish, which I'd like to know if Ireland has its own, thing. But we're not up-tiering me yet. Chill, bro. Give me time. I want to at least get the two of these ready to go. It would be nice if, like, I've already seen it, Chris. Go back to 4.0. know who you think you playing, but you ain't playing me today. But I think it would be interesting and smart for War Thunder or Gaijin, more or less, to add, in World of Warships, I've played a lot of World of Warships and stuff before. I actually play it on my computer. They have like Pan-Asia and like a butlet, like they have Spain and stuff like that. They have like different naval tech trees from like smaller nations. What if War Thunder did a tech tree that was just European, or not really European, but like, how would we label that? Do I watch anime? No, I don't. I hate anime. The only anime I've ever watched is Wolf Children, and that's it. Like, I have not touched another one. Like, I'd like to watch, like, Girls und Panzer and I think the High School Fleet or whatever that one is. But I'm more interested in watching Girls und Panzer than I am the High School Fleet one. Because that one just looks like they just spam Japanese warships. Like, out of the clips that I've seen, it just looks like nothing but Japanese warships. So it's just like... I'm waiting on you boys to ready up so we can go. Also, get this. The thing that gets me is I've been driving my truck now for probably a good 2 months. My mom proceeds to start mentioning, and I've been kind of paying attention to the transmission anyway, and the transmission has been starting to act up really bad on my truck. Like, not like it's not moving and it's not shifting gears, but it does take it a minute sometimes to shift a gear. When it's not supposed to, it's supposed to just shift it. So there's a possibility soon that I'm going to have to put all my money towards getting a transmission in my truck. And I really don't want to have to do that. But I'm going to talk to my mechanic and see if he can rebuild the transmission, or just take a look at it and see what it needs fixing. And if he can take the transmission out of my truck and rebuild it, that'd be great. And then my mom's talking about last night. She's like, do you notice how when you go up hills, the truck starts to jerk? And she's like, I think the fuel pump's about to go out on this thing. And I'm like, great, another thing that I have to worry about. Lovely. But, I don't know. Also, we did watch the GTA 6 trailer last night. Or, not last night, but yesterday. And I'm not very impressed. If I'm being honest, I'm not impressed at all. Like, I like the idea that they're finally adding it to where you can, like, play as a female character. I think that's something that they've lacked for a long time. But, like, because if you've ever paid attention, in every Rockstar game, it's always been you playing as a guy. Like, all the GTA games, it's always been a dude. Even in Red Dead 1 and 2, you're always a dude. You know, it's just more of a dude-based game, right? So, I'm wondering how they're going to make it work with the female character, because you guys know that people are going to complain if there's not quote-unquote jiggle physics. Personally, for me, I don't want a GTA 6. We're not getting into this with a British lineup, I don't think. I'm so tempted to throw this thing in there, but it's at 4.7, not 4.3, so I don't want to. I don't want to play GTA 6. Personally, just because the fact that, one, it's a very big disappointment, because now they've added another map. So, and apparently it's been 12 years since they made a GTA game. So, like, apparently that's a big deal to people. Like, it's been 12 years and you guys haven't made any new games. Ugh. Like, I would be more likely to watch a movie of Red Dead Redemption 2 or something like that than I would to actually do anything else. Anyway. Well, I can't help that I'm grinding out the Italian tech tree and somebody decided they wanted to use Germany because that's all they have. I can't help we have a German main in our team. Hey, get off of me. I'm the only useful vehicle here right now. I say that, but as soon as somebody shoots my rear end, I'm dead. Why? Why do you feel the need to constantly nag me and make me want to rage and stop playing? Alright. I'm gonna take the risk here. No tanks spotted. That's actually very rare. I haven't messed with my British tech tree in a while. I need to get them going again. I have like a buttload of tech trees that I need to level up though, and China's going to be the biggest one that I'm not really going to enjoy playing, simply because of the fact that China is just a pain in the rear end to try and level up, because they get like hand-me-down looking tanks and none of them are good. Like, that's the bad thing. Like, they get an M4A1 with the modified hull, but they put a 75 in it instead of a 76. So they're not even getting the good 76 out of that thing. They're getting a 75 millimeter gun instead. Why is there another M44? No, there can only be one. Guys, he's copying me. Shoot him. KV2! I'm glad he took that. All you guys heard me scream to the top of my lungs was KV2. Yeah, I gotta admit, I do like his camo. Excuse me. Gotta go. Thank you. Actually trying to play this tank. Why are you shooting me? I'm a friendly, dummy. I love the fact that the Panzer panicked when he saw me and shot me immediately. Didn't even bother to see if I was a friendly or not. Just, you know, oh yeah, he's a friendly, he's an enemy. Kadook. You know, I don't have the engine or anything upgraded on this thing, so it's kind of slow. You know what? I'm doing my best to get over here. You're just gonna have to be patient. Dang it. No stop, no cop, no stop. That's what the kids say nowadays, right? No cop, no stop. In this case, it would be no tank, no stop, right? Yeah? Cool? Okay. Hi, I have finally joined you. Now get over it. Ow, my head! They landed right on top of us! Owie! Wait, M24? No, you're not, friend. You missed. His loader's out. And he deployed smoke thinking. How do you feel about that bomb? No, I don't want to get bombed. But I will say that bomb, you have to land it really close to any tank that you want to kill if you plan on doing anything with it. If I get bombed by a freaking bomb, I swear to you. This is not the time to be playing. We have actual work to do. Stop goofing around, or I will get the spaghetti and the meatballs, and I will pour them on your face, and they will be fresh, scorching hot. And then I'll take your tea and I'll drink it. Bro, in fact, did not see that coming. He must have pulled up not long after I went over the other direction, because I didn't see him earlier. Gosh darn tea drinkers, always bombing their own friendlies for the crown or some kind of bullcrap like that. Although I'm pretty sure there's probably some stories of America doing the same thing to our own troops too, so I can't really say anything. I know for a fact, though, that there have been incidents in America where cops have shot other cops by accident and stuff like that. Like, it's just honestly something that happens when you're scared. Like, you mistake a friendly for an enemy and then you kill them. Don't you fly over me. I will shoot you down. My cannon was elevated and everything. Now I can't see because all the red smoke you got in my what the... Dude, what happened to the enemy team? They just kind of disappeared. Oh, never mind. They're all in AA guns. No wonder. They're on A. That's what happened. They went to A. Dude, I don't like the fact that a martyr is faster than me. What the? I got you, bro. Yeah, that's right. He's got a friend. No! He had a friend! That's all you guys hear is, no! He had a friend! I brought out my discount Panzer IV. Dude, I don't care what anyone says, this is a really good vehicle. Why do I hear massive bomber? Isn't there supposed to be a fighter that's up there doing their job and keeping them from bombing us? Sounds to me like somebody has failed. Also, can we talk about how speedy this Hungarian tank actually is? You missed. Also, why did it look like you were trying to land it but failed miserably? Because you came in completely straight. Like, you came in like completely straight. You looked like you were going to land on the street, but instead you just went, nope, never mind, just floor it. That's easier said than done, isn't it? Tank destroyer's getting lit up over here. The B point's getting capped again. Also, I just realized that this thing has smoke grenades, but the way that they mount them is, unfortunately, on the freaking tank. Where, might I add, was that tank? Oh, it was a plane. Here I am thinking it was a tank, but no, it's a freaking plane that shot him. I had a panic attack because I thought there was a tank. What's behind me? Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm getting out of here because I'm getting artied. So I'm going to take that as, hey, they hate me, so I'm getting out of here. You know, I love this thing, but the turret traverse is, like, painful. That's bullying. Bro shot and failed. My God. His head popped off. Tell me y'all saw that. I forgot I had the Ratel 90 that I still haven't bought yet. How much is it to buy it anyway? Goodbye, comment. I don't like you enough. Alright, boys, I got a 90 mil now. A 90 mil with hopefully a decent shell. That's actually a decent shell, I think. I'm ready. We're gonna die, but okay. You know the sad thing, I have to get this eventually, and I don't know if I want it, because the HE shell's really nice in it, but the turret traverse and everything, and it's just such a big vehicle. Smaller maps are going to be this thing's, like, bane of existence. But the funny thing is, once I get the M109, I can either get the Tortoise or get the Ratel 20. Why are we doing 6.7? Are we stupid? No, I'm not doing 6.7. Get those 6.7s out of here. I brought out the British tank tree so that you could bring out your British tanks, and then you don't even bother to bring out British tanks. Like, what is wrong with you? Hello, Bogar. Where'd you at? Where's he at? He was just here. Where'd he go? There he is. He's a good booger. I have a dog. Shut up. We'll get a custom once I level up this Ratel. Now hurry up. Oh, my head fell off. Buddy, what do you want now? What do you want? What do you want, dog? I love you, buddy. Yes, I do. Yes. Yes. I'm waiting on the German to ready up, darn it. Well, the Czech, excuse me. He's Czechoslovakian. You know, apparently, Arnold Schwarzenegger, his dad was a part of the SS on the Czechoslovakian side. What's the difference? Czech, Czechoslovakians, same freaking thing. So yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the once upon a time governor of California. No wonder we're screwed. Or they're screwed, excuse me. I don't live there, thank God. Gas prices would kill me. More maybe like South and North Dakota. You spelled Dakota wrong, and but anyway, I have a Rotel. Hi. I have a bus on wheels. Let's go. Let's go! Ow. I only have 3 crewmen. That's gonna be it's gonna be a pain. Why is everybody shooting me? You know, it would almost be smart for me to use my fat rear end to you know, things. Hi, Panzer. Meow. I tried to sound like Sturmling there for a minute. I don't know if anybody paid attention to that. Let's go! And the light tanks hit the point, and we begin to capture it. I'm gonna hide behind this building. Move it, Chinese piece of junk. Me. I got points. Yay! Oh, I have scouting capabilities too, so I can make money off of doing that. I don't think I can really tank shots, so I'm gonna have to use my butt. And I don't know how well that's gonna work either. Considering the fact that it has no barrel depression, I'm gonna go with it's not going to work. So we're gonna go I watched him drive into artillery. Did you get hit or something? Did you lose your driver? I bet you lost your driver. See ya. Me. What? Oh, the tiger's already engaging people. That's funny. That's a Sherman. I can kill that. Hold on. What the frunkadunk? Told you I could kill that. I don't have parts, so y'all are kind of screwed right now, but I'll get to you as soon as I can. At least to protect you. Well, try to. Hey, is this a ratty tank, or would this just be considered a tank on wheels? Or is it really considered a tank at all? That's a T-29. That's scary. We got up-tiered. We're screwed. I got shot. I lost my loader. There's a tank behind me, too. Oh, dear God, help me. Is that a bomb? What next? Guys, there's a very angry looking tank over here. Crit, driver, loader. He shot me, or someone did. There's a tank running across the field out there. He fired. I'm gonna push up. That was probably a bad idea, but here we go. I took his track. He tried to shoot me again. I don't know what his issue is. Dude, why are you so angry? Took his gunner. He has no gunner. I'm gonna go for right there. I'm just gonna keep smacking him. Nothing there. His gunner's back though, so I'm trying to reload this. He's gone. That's 2 tanks. Also, someone shot my wheel. I'd like to submit a complaint. HR, someone shot my wheel. Submit complaint. Someone was touching me in inappropriate places. I'm just gonna drive off now. I'll see myself out. Hi! I got lucky with that. And then died to a pecan. I have backups for this vehicle, yes please. Let's become even more of a pain in the rear end, right? Yeah, that's totally what we gotta do. Dude, I don't care what anyone says, this is by far, like, the funnest vehicle I've played in Britain in a long time. I thought this thing would be pain, and it's actually fun. Yes, I'm having fun with this. I'm gonna go try and find my pecan friend and see if, do I need to ruin said fun? No, you don't need to ruin said fun. Because if you ruin said fun will murder you. Is the pecan back in his normal spot? Brakes work, brakes. Oh my, no, stop, don't shoot me. There's a tank behind me somewhere. I don't know if they've killed it or not. I'll peek and see if I see the pecan. I don't see him, so I'm gonna go with I don't know where he's at. Oh, I found the pecan. He's somewhere else now, I think. Oh, there's like several tanks right there. Hit him. Didn't do anything though. There's a heavy tank on the other side of this building from me. I got shot. My radiator. No. T-29, go away. T-29, be gone. Be gone, Satan. Thank God they killed him. Where are you going? Took his loader. Guys, my engine's gonna overheat. And there's light tanks behind me that I can't really do anything about. So I'm gonna scout them. Never mind. I failed at that too. Would you stop strafing me? There's actual targets for you to focus on, and you're wasting your time on me. Tank up here, there, that area, yeah. Bonk. There's artillery dropping on me, so I don't think they like me very much. Nope, I was right. They don't like me. I bonked the pecan, but it didn't really do much to him, so he got pissed off and killed me. Alright guys, I brought out something actually British, so... Let me put the kettle on, and I'll get to you in a moment. There we go, the tea's on the cuppa. I don't know British lingo, but there we go. The tea is the boiling on the engine, you know, the thing that they do in the British tanks nowadays. I'm gonna make Chris kill me. Chris is gonna come after me. Nope, Chris is dead, never mind. I feel like Chris is going to be very upset with me that I'm using a British accent. Want to taste my boomstick? No, please no. Please don't. No. Go boomstick the pecan. He's been the issue. He's the one making me do it. He paid me $50 to say it. The pecan is like at the edge of the city. I don't know if you can see him or not, but he's at the edge of the city. Yeah, there he is, right there. I shot him. I don't know what I took, but I shot him. I did, in fact, smack him. Dude, that Bakan is like the biggest pain in the rear end, because even if you shoot the right side or the left side, no, I was shooting the right side of his tank. The gunner is on the left side, so it's like completely impossible to kill him. Because of the fact he's hiding his gunner, and even if I take most of the crew on the other side, it's still going to be a pain. Oh, how much armor does the Bakan have? Let me ask that. Because if he doesn't have much armor, I can kill him. With an HE round. Maybe. That's still iffy, but we could try, right? Doesn't ever hurt to try. I don't want to go against him again, but I know I'm probably about to, so I'm just going to keep moving. And I'm going to hope and pray that I don't run into him. Oh, we won! Congratulations, guys! And I got parts for the Rattel, so that's no longer an issue. We won. Decal. Nice. Oh, they made changes. A bug that caused a lower limit on the number of mission points awarded for capturing a zone to not apply in all game modes has been fixed. Huh. If I had to rate the Rattel 90, solid 10 out of 10. Very good vehicle. I like it. But I do have to, I do have a few things that I have to go do. I'm aware of the weak spot on the Bakan, actually. I'm very well aware. I just like trying to play fair. Where is it at? I know it's in here somewhere. That's the Vidar. Where's the Bakan? There you are. Hello. A 155 millimeter gun. Right there. I'm aware of that. I was trying to kill his crew. What did I take? What was so important? Machine gunner, commander. So that wouldn't have done anything. If I would have hit that, it probably would have done something. And then his loader and his gun. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. He was hiding the gunner and the loader to a point to where I couldn't shoot him, even if I wanted to. Sky got lost by a cat. Really? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off for now. Tonight, I don't know what game I'm playing. Hello, Lost Cat. I don't need the booster. I don't need boosters. I have premium. That's all the booster I need. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed this little playthrough. I know I did. I hope everybody has a lovely day, and remember, you mess with the wolf, you get the fangs. Y'all have a good one.